Welcome back to Market Day Reports. I'm Scott Shelley, and I'm still the cow guy. Well, let's jump in and really go through some prices real quick, and then we'll get to our guest. But let's start with the corn market. Still slipping. Again, last we were on, it was about 14, 15 lower. Now we're looking at new crop about 17 and a quarter cents lower at 5.22 and a half. So it might have broken down some technical levels there. We'll talk to our guest in a minute about that. Let's take a quick look at soybeans. The Novi beans, new crop soybeans at $13.15 and 3/4 cents. That's up 10 and 3/4. So holding in there, not giving up the gains or giving up anything that the corn market did. Up now 11 cents. And quickly we'll touch on Chicago wheat. Sep wheat down 5.5 cents at 6.20 and a half. We had a high of 6.34 and a quarter there, and then we've got December wheat at 6.28 even. That's down 5.5. We've got Todd Bubba Horowitz, an old pal of mine, on the phone. Todd, anything that's jumping out at you that you might be talking to your customers about that we can kind of let everybody else know?
Scott, the cow guy, what's up, buddy? You know, I'll tell you, we've been battling back and forth. You know, the markets are thin anyways right now, and everybody's kind of playing the weather. I think we're at pretty key levels of support in corn for sure. If they don't hold here, it could get really, I mean, this is already ugly, but it could get really ugly if they don't hold at these levels here. And, you know, soybeans, they're all down on the bottom end of the scale. And, you know, we've got that real backwardation in corn and beans, whereas wheat is pretty solid flat across all months. So, you know, I think we're at a decision point as to whether we're going to go back up and continue the rally or we're going to break down. And, you know, it's really a coin flip from here.
You know, I spent some time looking at some of these charts, and, you know, you have to pay attention to the charts. That's the technical indicators. I mean, I'm much more of a fundamentalist at heart. Growing up working on our farm, you know, it was much easier for me to understand supply and demand and weather rather than all these charts and all these lines. But having had to learn that now, if you look at all those markets that we just talked about, Todd, I agree with you that some of these things are in pennant formations, which means that you know, we're seeing a convergence of price. And if we fall out of bed one side or we rally up through the other, we'll give you an idea about where the market's going to be going in the short term. And to your point, it looks as though, to me, especially even in the corn market, we're breaking out of the bottom end of that pennant formation, and that would portend more weakness. Is that what you're kind of trying to get across here?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm still kind of bullish, but I am very, very concerned now that we could break to the downside. And, you know, this is one of the issues you have, Scott, when you have a very thin volume. You've got a lot of new weathermen out there trying to guess what the weather is going to do. And you've got a lot of fund money trying to push these markets around a little bit into a thin base. You know, I mean, if you look across all markets right now, it's been pretty much of a wild day of trading, and you can see them pushing everything all over the place in very fast fortune. So I think that we've got some key levels here, and we'll see where they go. Well,
you know, to your point, and I'll end on this, and thanks for coming with us today, Todd. But, you know, I looked at open interest, and it really hasn't done anything spectacular either way. So you've got all this volume, all this trading, but no real change in open interest, which I think should tell everybody out there that this could be just a lot of white noise and static. So anyway, Todd, thank you very much. That's Todd Horowitz from Bubba Trading that joined us today on the line. We'll be right back after this.